Welcome to ForexTV.com. It's Monday, October 29th. I'm Remy Hookie for New York Forex Market Buzz. In today's North American afternoon session, Euro-dollar is trading at 1.4415 as of 12:45 p.m. Eastern Time. The pair hit a record of 144.38 earlier, around 4 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Meanwhile, dollar-yen is at 114.69 yen, and sterling-dollar is at $2.0612. The market is looking ahead to the FOMC meeting, which begins tomorrow afternoon, the rate announcement on October 31st at 2:15 p.m. Eastern Time. Joining us now is Matt Kassel, Director of Proprietary Trading at ION. Good afternoon, Matt.
Hi, how are you?
Thanks for joining us on this Monday afternoon. Well, volatility is expected this week with the Fed rate decision coming out, and the U.S. dollar is trading near record lows against the euro and seeing continued weakness against cable. Well, meanwhile, CAD hit the highest since 1960 against the greenback and is currently trading at 0.9550. Matt, if you could give us your levels for the U.S. dollar against the majors as we head into the week.
Sure. Right now, euro is obviously under a tremendous amount of buying pressure. The dollar is getting sold virtually across the board. The issue here is really going to be the FOMC and the statement thereafter. Euro's got a little bit of resistance up near 144.50 due to an option barrier, and sterling has a little bit of a resistance up near 206.50, which was the year's high early in the year. Dollar yen's got some resistance up at 115.10, and it looks as if the markets, if we do go up,
sentiment for the U.S. dollar remaining surprisingly negative, not surprisingly, but risk appetite is rising. Well, if you could tell us about this week's event risk in FX, including the non-farm payrolls at the end of the week, and also earnings report from UBS and Deutsche Bank slated for the coming days.
Sure. Well, as far as non-farm payrolls go, its deviations from expectations have really not been quite as wild as they have in previous years. It seems like it's smoothed out by what's called the death birth model at the Labor Department. But the market's looking for 80,000 new jobs for the month, which is down a little bit from the previous month. Anything above 100,000 jobs would be viewed as positive for the U.S. economy. It would be positive for forecasts for retail sales numbers, and that's something to keep an eye on towards the end of the week. Prior to that, we're looking at the Fed, and the market's looking for a 25 basis point rate cut and a matched discount rate cut of 25 basis points. The sentiment so far that's been released by some of the governors of the Federal Reserve has been that they're
Now that you've laid out event risk and also covered fundamentals, tell us what this means for the yen crosses in terms of technical levels against the high-yielding currencies, especially the commodity currencies.
Well, when we're talking about technicals, it's certainly important, but I think event risk trumps any type of technical level. If the Fed cuts 50 basis points, you're going to see a tremendous rally in the stock market. If the Fed cuts 25 basis points, you're probably going to see support in the stock market. With UBS and Deutsche's earnings coming out shortly, it's hard to see that really having a tremendous impact on either the yen crosses or equities. Merrill came out with a pretty abysmal number last week, and the market shrugged that off rather easily.
Okay, Matt, would you specifically be able to give us levels for the yen crosses, including euro yen, and the yen against Aussie dollar, Kiwi dollar, as well as the CAD?
Sure. In Asian and European trade today, euro yen broke above 164 or 60-70 area, which had been a resistance area for some time. Having broken above that, I think dips in the yen crosses are going to be bought. I think we can go back towards those levels on a shakeout at one point, 164.70, sterling 5.5. Outside of that, euro yen highs is not actually talking towards 169, but maybe 167.5. You're seeing euro Swiss break above right now. That's an all-time. We're seeing dollar Canada, but that's basically an all-time high aside from the numbers that pre-flow. Aussie keeps making all-time highs, and Europe making all-time highs. So it's really tough to see what's going to turn this. And the only thing that really is on the event calendar is the Fed could disappoint. A 25 basis point cut could, with a slightly more hawkish tone to them, suggesting that there will be no more further rate cuts in 2007, and they'll be data dependent for 2008, might have enough to turn this into see some profit taking on the dollar.
Okay, Matt, thank you very much for insight and analysis, and have a great week.
Okay, thank you.
That wraps it up for Forex Market Buzz with Matt Kassel, Director of Proprietary Trading at ING. I'm Remy Hoki. Join us later this afternoon Eastern Time for PM Exchange right here on ForexTV.com.